Police officer set on fire in a protest over a man beaten to death for having no face mask. Disturbing footage shows a police officer being set on fire by a protester during demonstration over the death of a builder allegedly beaten to death by police. The incident took place during protests in the city of Guadalajara in the western Mexican state of Jalisco as locals gathered to ask for justice for Giovanni Lopez, 30, who died after his arrest. In the video, officers in helmets can be seen facing up to protesters when one of the officers gets onto his motorbike. A protester then runs up behind him and pours flammable liquid onto the officer before setting him alight. The officer goes up in flames along with the seat of his bike and he falls to the ground. Protesters then rush towards him, but they are kicked away by other officers in riot gear who shield the officer and take him to safety. The governor of Jalisco, Enrique Alfaro, confirmed that the officer was injured in the protest along with 5 others in the police force. Around 26 people were arrested, while 3 patrol cars were reportedly burnt out. The protesters were shouting, "Giovanni was killed by the state," as they seek justice in the case of Lopez, who died after being arrested by municipal police in Ixtlahuacan de Montbrellos in Jalisco State. Protesters claim the construction worker died after being beaten by police last month. He was arrested for an administrative offense, with reports saying he was stopped whilst not wearing a face mask in public. Governor Alfaro claimed that interest coming from Mexico City with the goal of causing instability were behind the protest and said that no violent acts were committed against the protesters. He said Guadalajara police and state police met the requirements of the circumstances and knew to resist without falling into provocation. Jalisco Attorney General Gerardo Solis said authorities had arrested 3 police officers over the death of Lopez. "We already have the first arrest and we have decided to take control of the Ixtlahuacan de los Montbrellos Municipal Police, and I give you my word, Giovanni's death will not go unpunished," Jalisco Governor Enrique Alfaro said on Twitter. Thank you for listening to this news. Well, this is all good anyway, but then I would say that the police in Mexico actually called for this. They called for this. They are the epitome of this problem. They are the genesis of this of the fire breakout. That their fellow policeman was caught up on was set ablaze was as a result of their carelessness and their wicked acts. Since the emancipation, or since the beginning of this pandemic, I will tell you, the police force has been of very bad behavior, not only in Mexico, but also in other countries, unlike Nigeria. I will tell you that in Nigeria, this period of pandemic has really enriched the Nigerian police force. It has really enriched them. And that is the main reason why day and night they keep praying that this pandemic should not be called off. I'm telling you, because of the opportunity they get from it. I'm telling you the truth. The Nigerian police in Nigeria are people. When you give them a token sum of 100 naira, they will appreciate you and pay reference to you. But this time around, because of the law guiding or governing this pandemic period, the Nigerian police have to seize that opportunity to extort from citizens who wish to go out who wish to go out by ignoring government laws. You understand? So they use that opportunity to extort from them, demanding and also joining in promoting corruption. I'm telling you, the level of corruption in this period of pandemic is so high, that even even the little children themselves even now know what corruption is all about. I'm telling you the truth. So the Nigerian police, in fact, they are the bone of contention, the main problem, that people experience in this period of pandemic. They are the headache of citizens in Nigeria. The Nigerian police, I'm telling you. So you can see that it did not only stop here, but also extended down to Mexico. You can see, which is not good. So I'm not surprised that this is happening. I'm not surprised because they asked for it. This police officer wouldn't have been set ablaze if his fellow police officer has behaved themselves and handled the case of wearing nose mask and not wearing nose mask calmly. You understand? But because they handled it with uh, with too much harshness, that is why all of this had happened. So I don't blame the protesters. The protesters has actually done what they feel that is right. Of course, they will protest. Whereby they see that someone is being beaten unjustly or being attacked unjustly. What else do you expect? Do you expect them to fold their hands and just watch? Okay, now why didn't the president arrest the protesters? Why now go after the police? Because he knows that the police are at fault. You understand? So to me, I don't see anything bad in what the protesters have done. They only fought for their right. They fought for the rights of the person affected, and this is also applicable to other people in other country. So this is a lesson to the force to be of good behavior, especially at this period of pandemic. Okay, to know how to approach people, know how to talk to people, because they are human beings as well. All right. So my viewers, I don't know if you have anything concerning